So guys, today back in a video on the channel today. We're here for the Newcastle United versus West Brom game, the FA Cup 5th round. It's a massive game. If Newcastle United really want to go and win this trophy or even get the semi-finals and get to Wembley, we've got a massive opportunity. And we are versing a good team, but we'll go through the full preview now. We'll look at West Brom, look at Newcastle, and we'll see my prediction and whatnot a little bit more. Make sure to leave a like, lads, subscribe to the channel. It's the only preview come to the game, no predicted team, because it's going to be quite hard to predict it. But anyways, let's get into the video now, and we'll start off by looking at West Brom. So West Bromwich Albion are in the Championship this season. Their second season in the Championship since getting relegated from the Premier League in the 2017-18 season. They are top of the league. Yes, it's only by 1 point, and they did get a really bad result on Saturday, but we kind of write them off. They have got some good players. We'll look at their last 6, and then we'll go through some of their key players that could change the game. So their last 6, it is good, but there is a freak one there. So a 2-0 win to Millwall, always a hard game at Millwall. Then they went to Reading and got a 2-1 win. Good stuff. 2-2 draw against Nottingham Forest. That was the game where that late goal, I think it was by Matty Cash. It was an unbelievable goal. And then West Brom got a goal chalked off in the 96th minute or something like that. Went to Bristol and got a 3-0 win. And then at home beat Preston 2-0. And you're looking at that and you're thinking, they're a good team. They got beat 1-0 to Wigan. Wigan are down there in the bottom of the league, especially at home. Is that, oh, I've just kicked the blue light. Is that something to see? Is that something that we can look at, thinking, oh, they've just lost to Wigan, but is that not going to give them a bit more motivation to then beat us? If I've looked at some of their key players now, Gritke played for Hull. He's a talented little winger. Same with Matt Phillips. He scored against Newcastle last time we played them, and it was a 1-0 win for West Brom. Who else who sticks out? Obviously the main man, Charlie, Austin, Gareth Barry, Higazi, Kieran Gibbs, Callum Robertson, who's on loan from Sheffield United. Some good players. They've got that Pereira, who's from Brazil. He looks like a hell of a player, but they've got a good team. I don't think that team would survive in the Premier League, but yet again, if they come to the Prem, they will sign players. So West Brom was always that team where you would think that they would be in the Premier League, and like it is a Bournemouth, you wouldn't. So like with them swap this season, I don't know if they're going to be making changes or not. I generally do. I don't know if they're taking this cup seriously, but if we take the cup seriously and really go for it, considering our form recently has been shocking, if we beat West Brom, we're 1 win away from Wembley. Last time Newcastle went to Wembley was like late 90s, where I think it was where Alan Shearer scored that worldy goal against Spurs, and then I think we went on to Wembley and I think we lost to Chelsea, I think. But they've got a good team, West Brom, and we'll kind of write them off. A good talented team. They play a 4-2-3-1 if anyone's interested. So if we're going to play the same formation, we need to be the better team. Let's talk about Newcastle. Obviously I've got to mention, I was planning on going to this game. Was going to go, but the tickets didn't go on sale. They were only on sale with away points, and as you all know, lads, I haven't been on an away game yet. So that was the reason why I wasn't going to go at this game, and I couldn't anyways now, because I wouldn't be able to get time off work. Just want to quickly put that now, because I knew I did tell a couple of people that I was going to the game, and unfortunately I can't now because I wasn't able to get a ticket. So, but anyways, Newcastle United, I think changes will be made in the team, but I still think it's going to be a good team. Dubravka for me starts. You start Yedlin in right back. And now one player I want to see in a more of attacking role is Lazaro. I really want to see him in his best position, in the right mid role, because we all know the news. St. Maximin is injured for the game. He's got the back of his hamstring is a bit of an issue for him, so there'll be no him. But obviously our FA Cup journey has been great. Dramatic. 1-1 draw against Rochdale, and then we beat them 4-1, and then we drew 0-0 with Oxford, and then that amazing St. Maximin solo goal. Our FA Cup journey's been good, and it was the first time we're going to be playing this round in since 2004. one thing I want to say, obviously I know the FA won't be watching this, but you can see why teams aren't taking the best cup in England, in arguably the world, seriously. They're playing these games on a Tuesday night and a Wednesday night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's the FA Cup. Should be Saturday, 3 o'clock, everyone plays. It's a tradition, right? For me that should happen, but clearly not. The FA don't really care, and you can see why teams aren't interested. You can see when Rafa Benitez was at the club, he wasn't interested in the cup. But with the news, with Maximum not playing, Lazaro plays for me. You've got to play Muto. I'm sick to death of him not even making the bench when he's got 4 defenders on the bench, 1 midfielder and 1 attacking player. That was against Burnley. Why? I think when you go 4-4-2, maybe I think you've either got to not drop, just rest Joe Linton or Almiron, and whoever players will play left mid, and Dwight Gale and Muto up top. Speaking about Dwight Gale, he played for West Brom last season, got like 24 goals. I think he wanted to stay at West Brom, but unfortunately his time there is not to be, and he's playing for Newcastle United now, and he'll be eager to score the goal and show why the club didn't pay his wages. At the minute, we haven't scored a goal in 4 games, right? And it is a bit depressing to watch Newcastle at the minute, but if you think positive, you never know. If we win this game, there's a lot of teams that we could play. There's Reading, I know the worst in Premier League opposition, but Reading, Birmingham, Pompey, Derby. Imagine if we got one of them at home and all we had to do was beat them to go to Wembley. It would be unbelievable, man. Lad, that's the end of the preview. Prediction. I'm asking not for extra time. I'm going to go positive. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Newcastle. I think Dwight Gale might knit a goal, and if Muto plays, Muto will get a goal as well, and we'll actually get a goal with an attacker. Lads, that's the end of the preview. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll record 1 video of my reaction after the game tomorrow. So, no play waiting because it's late. I've got to be working next day. You know the crack. Lads, I'll see you all in the next one. Hopefully the Mags can get through to the 6th round of the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. How are the lads?